This is the Swarm Unplugged podcast, where we introduce you to the best and the brightest in the crypto universe. With thousands of ideas to learn from people in all areas of crypto, we want to explore as many as possible. I'm Christopher Knight, so let's get started.
All right, let's get started. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on the Swarm Unplugged. I'm super excited today to bring back Victoria Fuller, a former Playboy Playmate from January '96. Although I've been told once a Playmate, always a Playmate. And Victoria will attest to that. We had the pleasure of having Victoria on just about 4 months ago when she was in the early stages of launching her Rogue Bunny series project. And she has come a tremendously long way from that point. And without further ado, I'd like to bring up Victoria. Hey, Victoria, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm really good.
So happy that you joined us again. And we had a great time the first go around about 4 months ago.
We did.
And been tracking your project and your progress. And my God, you have fulfilled every one of your commitments in moving forward. And I would love for you to talk about them and get a little bit of a prelude of how you first got started and the whys. We know that Hugh Hefner in his passing, a lot of the collateral that the bunnies had owned was locked up in a vault. So basically, from what I understand, it's really taking back who you are, your collateral, and moving forward as independent. So take it away, Victoria.
Yeah. So, well, things very much changed when Hef passed away and the mansion was no longer there. That was kind of our community hub, our second home. And then, the landscape of Playboy changed quite a bit as far as their target audience, and it kind of left our regular Playmate followers kind of in a they kind of didn't have anywhere to go. And so I started this project with 100 Playboy Playmates who wanted to follow me into Web3 and basically take control of our intellectual property as Playmates and continue to put ourselves out there and be able to reconnect with our community and our fans and our followers and our collectors in a new way using the blockchain technology and NFT and creating utility for access into our world in the metaverse and even in real life events, which seems to be shaping up more and more. I didn't think that was going to happen, so that's a little bit of a surprise, but it seems that nothing can beat human contact, let's face it. And so the project has been growing crazy. We have the partnership with Dapper Labs. We're a multi-chain, multi-metaversal project, and we're women-led, supporting women, bridging that diversity gap of there's so many men in the space. And so definitely bringing all these amazing ladies in, and also being able to rewrite kind of like our legacy in terms of the perception of what it is to be a Playmate. And being able to have control over that. We are a crew of amazing, intelligent, entrepreneurial, ambitious, talented women who are capable of creating innovative, compelling product in the Web3 space. And we're here to show you what that's all about. And going rogue just means really, taking control of, like I said, our intellectual property and who we are and our destiny, and away from a big brand that no longer seems to utilize us. Let's face it, they don't, we're not getting any calls. So, so this is a way. And then also, like we're a sorority, we're all back together. So it's been really exciting to kind of have our little bunny community. The bunny community is strong in itself, and then invite other people into that community, making it even bigger community. And the community building, I'm actually surprised is one of the hardest things to do in any of these projects. Truly, one of the hardest things to do, but one of the most rewarding things, because there's all these people around us and people that have wanted to connect with us, and now we have one one place, one way, or multiple places actually, but so many different opportunities to connect with this growing community. So that's been really, really exciting. On top of, I get to talk to these girls all the time now. We were kind of out of touch for a little while, all just kind of discombobulated all over and doing our own thing. And even for the fans that were collecting us, they had to kind of go here and there and try to DM us on social media. And, that's not the same as the Web3 connection, right? So this has been a really valuable, it's been really a great journey, and it's not over yet. I mean, we just scratched the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more going on with this project, that we continue to announce on our Rogue map, as I said. And it's just been great. I'm very, very happy. It's been super exciting. Mm-hmm.
Well, aside from exciting, I mean, I've been following you from day one, and it's certainly very successful in what you're doing. And I find it so intriguing that somebody, who followed the Bunnies years ago can actually go into an AMA on Twitter and listen to the stories that, the group is actually talking about firsthand, the experiences they've had, how they've met, Hefner. It's just amazing. And to me, they're so alive with energy and talking about the experiences, and you get to really know them a little bit better. I just wish some of the AMAs would be live visual. I mean, that's the next phase that we need to work on, but those are fantastic.
Yeah, certainly. We're going to have a lot of in real life events. First one coming up on the 23rd, so it's coming up real quick. And tonight there's actually an AMA, Speak of the Devil, and it's Naraya Davis, and she's an incredible, gorgeous Playmate from the 90s, and we're going to be hearing her story. Everybody can meet her tonight on our Twitter Spaces at the Rogue Bunnies, on our Twitter at the Rogue Bunnies. So she'll be there tonight, and that should be really fun. And even the girls, we get to know each other in a different way too, because I learned stuff about the girls that I wouldn't have known, because we like to try to bring out like facts and little tidbits of stuff that maybe people wouldn't realize. And a lot of it, I didn't know, like how each girl's story got into the magazine, how that all unfolded, and how that experience was. Everybody's is a little bit different, and it's all really interesting, because we were there, all of us were there for a lot of us. I remember this girl when she came onto the scene, and someone remembers me. And so yeah, for that, it's been really, really cool.
And of course, you get to hear some of the unknown stories that you would never hear without this organization. Now, one of the AMAs, I remember there were two Playmates that went shopping that weren't supposed to. They were out, around town doing all this shopping, and they went back, and it was, oh my God, we got away with it.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
really funny.
We were booked on so many incredible jobs all the time, and so many jobs in Vegas where there was just so many opportunities to sneak off, to go have fun or whatever. And there we do have a channel that's being developed right now in our Discord for stories that are a little bit maybe not appropriate for Twitter AMA, just a little bit more, juicier. And those are the bunny tales, and those are going to be happening pretty quick here for our holders. Ava Fabian is an incredible storyteller. She has done so much. She has the best stories. She's been an incredible ambassador for that brand, and she traveled all over the world in her bunny costume. Her and I were actually the first girls to be put in a bunny costume. During the 80s, all the clubs closed down, and then there was a stretch of time where there was no bunnies, no clubs, nothing was active. And then Hef wanted to bring back that iconic trademark, that iconic, that bunny costume, which wasn't being utilized. It's the only costume ever. It's a non-government uniform that's patented by the U.S. government, and it's the only one, and it's so timeless, and there's something so special about being part of being a bunny. Now, traditionally it was a waitress, right? But when he brought the bunnies, the costume back for us to kind of wear as an iconic, visual for us to go out and be ambassadors, we were not allowed to, obviously waitress or anything. And he chose two girls to be the first bunnies when he brought them back, and it was Ava and I. So wow. Ava and I worked like dogs in those costumes. We worked all the time, traveling all over the world, and even at the mansion, and gave countless tours. And then for about the first couple years, and then after like the second or third year, then they started adding more girls and more girls, and then it became a thing that if you were a Playmate, you got fitted for a bunny costume. So then it became you're a Playmate, you're a bunny, you know what I mean? So there's the confusion why people don't necessarily know the difference, I think, between a bunny and a Playmate, and it is a little confusing, but it's been an incredible ride, and all those stories and all that, just so much history there, and so many things that Hef did that people wouldn't know about or hear about. He was just such a funny, amazing. He was so sharp and so witty. I mean, he was so funny. I mean, really funny, that you wouldn't expect he'd say things, that he was just so quick. But yeah, having us all together and kind of there was so many things I forgot, and then girl will tell a story, I'll be like, oh, I remember that. I had totally forgotten about that. So yeah, crazy time.
I see a book in the making. An actual book of the stories that you're actually, doing live stream and Twitter Spaces. That's a good idea. Put that on the back burner. But let's a little road in history back. Your first launch was a very successful launch, and it was 13 Rogue Bunny Gold Genesis series that weren't minted in a normal fashion. They were auctioned off. And I found that to be very interesting. And that was your first series that, I think every day what was it, 2 days? It lasted
every other day. So we give it 24 hours for the auction, and then there would be a time to reset, and then we would put the next auction up. And we did it for 13. It was part of that is apart from the generative drop that we have put on ice, because, there's so much that happened with Ukraine and the bear market and all this stuff. So we thought we'll just put out a really small exclusive set that's more one of one with holding the key. That holding of the key will be something in the generative drop that will be the very high VIP trait that won't happen in all of them. That'll be a very small few. But we wanted to put out this 13 to we wanted to get on the blockchain. We wanted to get involved with our community and have them be really involved and invested in us. So we did put that out, and I was really nervous. I'm like, oh, but it proved to be really successful, and it has a 6 ETH floor price still. So, thanks to all the people that bought them or holding them. I mean, people have made offers, sure, but I guess whoever is holding on to them is not letting them go at this point. So those.
Well,
so that's
when you have a one of a 13, it's like, you got the gold key to the mansion, wherever that happens to be, whether it be the metaverse or at some point in time, you've got a giant party, once a year. They're not letting them go. They're not letting them go for those reasons. And your next phase, which is relatively new, I think it's probably a little less than a month, is your trading card series. Tell us a little bit about that and how people can get involved with them, and what's the use case, and what are your purchasers doing with them at this point?
Yeah. So we got this partnership with Dapper Labs quite a time ago, and we just launched this product on Flow, in the Flow ecosystem. So that the Gold Genesis is on Ethereum, and it sits with OpenSea, and this is on the Flow blockchain and with Dapper, and we are actually in the Dapper wallet. So I don't know if people realize, but the Dapper wallet is really special because there's only 30, I think there's 35 or 36 projects in there only right now. So not everybody that's on Flow is in the Dapper wallet. So the Dapper wallet consists of NBA Top Shots, UFC, NFL, Dr. Seuss, a bunch of other ones maybe people haven't heard. And then, of course, Rogue Bunnies. So we're in really good company, and we sit in this wallet with them. And the best part about the wallet is that, having to educate people and onboard them into the Web3 and NFT world is a challenge, right? And it can be super intimidating. But what Dapper's done is so amazing, is they've made it as easy as you just need your little debit card, and then you log into the marketplace, and when you go to buy something, you put your name and your email and whatever, and you kind of set up a little profile, and you're already buying and selling NFTs right on the spot. So they've made it so easy. You don't have to do any crypto exchange. You don't have to do any of that. It all shows up in USD, and it's all super. Their wallets are super secure. There's no hacking, all that stuff. And so, so Rogue Bunnies has launched with them, and the trading cards are doing great. They're being sold in packs, kind of like the NBA Top Shot. And they're animated trading cards, and they come in 3 different packs. The common pack has 5, and the uncommon pack has and it's $10, and the uncommon pack is $15, and there's 3 in there, but you're guaranteed an uncommon card. And then there's a rare pack, and that has 3, and that is $190, but you're guaranteed a rare card with a higher percentage of getting the legendary and the epic, which are, obviously the epic is the Willy Wonka of the batch, and that is the epic cards are the same as the gold key holders, and the legendary cards are, they're VIP. They get into the events, and they have a lot of perks as well. Not the same as the gold key, because that's the top of the line. But so we've been selling these packs, and we've been just starting challenges. So they have a point value. We have a leaderboard, and we're doing games where we're giving prizes out for the games, and it's been proven to be super fun. So we all chat about it in the Discord, and we talk about cards that we have, and once you're a holder of these cards, then you can get in the token gated area once you're verified, where all the bunnies are in our Discord. So we're there all the time, chatting away with folks, and just getting to know each other. It's been really, really fun. I mean, all the girls have such different interests. So we have all kinds of channels. We have an art channel, a fitness channel, a cooking channel, a food channel. And so the girls have kind of taken on some of these channels as, like, of course, the art channel's mine, right? But the girls take on all these other channels and kind of post. One girl posts about her garden all the time. Another one's always making incredible food. And another girl another bunny has CrossFit gyms. And so she does these workouts all the time, a lot of butt workouts. She's a great butt, and so just fun stuff like that, and we're just growing the community for what's to come, which is the metaverse and the in real life events, which are going to be aplenty. So in this next 12 months,
exciting. I see some of your fans are chiming in here, Marsh. I've seen many times in your Discord. So he's here saying hi. And what is this? Victoria's Gold Genesis went for 60th. Yeah, that was a pretty amazing event. I was actually watching some of these auctions that went off, and it was just very exciting for everybody. So
the auctions were, I have to say, the auctions were really fun for everybody, because they would come right down to like the last second, and then there would be a bid, and then it would kind of open it up for like 10 more minutes, and so we'd be like, oh, we can't believe. So it was really, really fun. I really liked the auction.
It reminded me of the original eBay premise, where you clicked it and you got another few seconds.
Yeah, that's right.
And they actually changed that so that you can actually rob somebody of it. If you click the button the second before the final end. But I think that was marvelously done, and you did a great job with that. What do you see going on with the trading cards now? That's pretty interesting. You have an entire platform where people can actually trade these in the event that they have, more ones like baseball cards, and collect their favorites. That's pretty, intriguing. And that you have on what platform are the trading cards?
So we have our own marketplace on the Flow blockchain, and through the Dapper wallet, utilizing the Dapper wallet. So you just can go to roguebunnies.com, and you can, right there is the portal to get into the marketplace. And then we have a promo going on. And we talked about it in the back, so I feel like I already talked about it, but I guess we didn't. So there's a promo going on. Just we're boxing a time for this while I'm on the show right now. For anybody that's listening, if you buy a rare pack, you will automatically get one of the gold bonus Ava cards, which has a great point value and will come in handy in some of these challenges that are coming up. And you will also receive, for every rare pack that you buy, you'll receive an entry in the raffle to get to be a guest at our in real life event here in LA on September 23rd, which is coming up quick at the Ziggy Hotel. And it's a super private event with the Syndicate and Scott Page from Pink Floyd. There's going to be music, art, and culture. Gabe Weiss is going to be there. I mean, there's so many artists that are going to be there live painting, and the Bunnies are going to be there. It's going to be a really great event where all the girls are so excited, like, to get back together. This will be our first time that we've had an event where we're all going to show up and hang out together in real life. So
now you said this is a private event. Does that mean that it's not open to the public? How would somebody go, or you can't?
Well, you can be one of our VIP holders to get a ticket, and if you do, you get a +1. You get to bring a +1, or like I said, if you buy some of these packs, you get a raffle ticket, and we're giving away 3 invites, which is a three invites with a +1. So if you get one, you get a +1. So you get basically 2 tickets, and so you get to enter into for the raffle to come to win a prize to come to get invited to this event. And it's going to be, because it's put on by the Syndicate. They are a community of like really heavy hitters, CEOs, founders, tons of people in the music business, Hollywood elite. It's definitely Mansion 2.0.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
And then you have a third, I'm not going to say your last, because you are a person that is evolving project. You've got another launch coming down, the Generative Launch. When do you expect that, to happen? And what is that, what are those like?
Yeah. So the generative drop is 100% digitally hand painted by both myself and the artist named Dutch. He also worked on the trading cards, which I could talk about, but he's an incredible artist, and we truly collabed. He and I did all the art for this generative drop, and there's over 250 traits. It's based on 13 different actual Playmates and their likeness, and it's a series of around 9,000. And so that one was put on ice because it just didn't seem like the right time in the bear market, and really the Dapper kind of came front and center, which was a blessing because of how they're getting people into getting into NFTs was so easy. So this one's coming down the line. I would say in the next couple months, and we just haven't set a date yet. We're just really building the community, and we have so much going on. Like that would be overload to bring that in
right
at this point. But
you gotta let your trading cards, trade out and mature in volume. And you don't want to bring another project in right away.
Yeah.
Now you said there's 13 bunnies. Is it the same 13 that are the gold Genesis bunnies, or some of them,
yes.
or all?
Yes. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's who is in that project. And we have series 2 coming out of the trading cards. So we have 4 series altogether. And so there's going to be, a rollout for all of them. Just as we've been doing, and more prizes. And like I said before, we have the poker, so you automatically get entered into poker, and there's prizes for that. So we have lots of engagements and contests, and just so much. It just feels like there's so much going on, and so much that's about to go on coming up. We just got accepted in the NFT yearbook, and so that was really exciting for 2022. So that was we got the official, yes, you guys are in. So that's all being worked out now. So that's we're going to be doing Twitter Spaces with that crew talking about that. But yeah, there's just so much going on. It just seems to be kind of coming at us really quickly now, and the community's building, which is really exciting. And we're talking about collabing with other projects, and starting to kind of get those details underway. So yeah, it's just
pretty amazing. Yeah. I mean, if you think about NFTs and trading cards and equate them to baseball cards, for $25, you're talking about getting 8 cards.
Yeah,
I mean, that's pretty amazing as far as the price point. Very, very low risk, and you're actually getting a piece of art. You're getting, a card of one of your real life bunny. And again, if you've got, the gusto to go with the high end one, which will offer a higher resale value if you decide to sell it, I think that's a great price point, and it's not intimidating at all, which I'm really
No.
amazed that you came out with the right market price, and they should they should be flying off the shelf.
Yeah, we're there. I think it's doing great. Like this is not a market where things sell through in 5 minutes. And we also have to get away from like feeling like things have to be so instant like that. Building a community, a strong community takes time. And it's a slow and steady process. If you just gather people really quickly, oftentimes they don't stay. And we've had great success in people coming into our community and staying and being really amazing members, supporting members of our community. And buying these trading cards, you can buy these trading cards and then you can come talk to the girls about it, like, oh, we talk about it all the time. Oh, you got this card, that actually a lot of the girls are collecting too. They're collecting and they're doing the challenges, which was unexpected. I thought, oh, they're going to look at them or whatever, and they're all going to want like a couple each, but they ended up buying, actually wanting to get in the game of with our community in doing these challenges and stuff. So it's really kind of fun. So like they'll say, oh, I have an extra of this, and someone have an extra, and they'll go, okay, I'm going to put it for sale on the market. And then so we're all kind of helping each other with our collections and stuff. It's really kind of fun. So yeah.
Now, yeah, I'm guessing you don't have the ability to actually transfer these from one wallet to the next. They must be sold, correct?
Right now, the way that Dapper sets it up, initially, like you can only buy one pack at a time, which that's going to change soon. But also, you're going to, yeah, there, you have to have any NFT you have to hold for at least 7 days before you can push it out to the secondary market. But the feature to just transfer from one wallet to the next is not there yet, but that's on the horizon.
Well, I think
They
that's a good. I think that's a good point that it's at this point not, because you do want to see interested people not just swapping them off chain, but
yeah,
selling
which is
them.
their
And
method, which is
yeah,
their
I
method
mean,
to their madness is, to promote the secondary sales and to get more and more people engaged. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
well, we got Jennifer chiming in. I don't know if you caught it before. She
Yay!
said, "Killing it as usual, Victoria."
So Jennifer is part of the core. She's not only a bunny, she's on the bunny team, but she's a part of the core team. She does the bunny coordinating, asset coordinating, and she also does all the social media. So all that social media that you see all the time, this girl is a dynamo. She doesn't stop. And yeah, if it wasn't for her, she's just killing. I'm so lucky to have her because the social media is such a big integral part, such a valuable tool for this project, and certainly very time consuming. So she does a great job.
Well, like I said earlier, I mean, you actually have followed through everything that you listed and talked about, from day one, 4 months ago. We had the pleasure of having you at NFT Connect in Austin, Texas. You did a great job on the
Yeah.
panel. And we certainly are going to follow you and your project very closely, and wish you all the best. I mean, is there something that you'd like to leave, to our listeners as just thoughts about, what's going on and the excitement level? Like I see you not just doing the project, but you are so super excited about it, and
Yeah.
it seems to be growing in leaps and bounds, almost what your expectations were, which is great.
Yeah, it's become it's exceeding my expectation, and it's growing really rapidly, and there's so much more to come. And roguebunnies.com, go there and get in the game and see what it's all about. And for $10 you can get in the game and see what the cards are all about, and then also get the chance at a legendary or a rare, which you would be invited to this event, of course, that's happening in Los Angeles on the 23rd. We're giving away the Ava card, the bonus card, the gold Ava bonus card, with anybody that buys a rare pack today while this show is happening. So we're boxing the time. So yeah, and just come visit us in the Discord and come say hello to these amazing ladies. And we have an AMA tonight. And we'll be introducing Nariah Davis, one of our newest rogues, and talking about her story. So much more to come. And thank you for having me on. And I'm a bee holder. I have my own bee, so I'm part of this community as well, and which I love you guys. And thank you for having me on.
Oh, you're very welcome. Now, your AMA tonight, what time is that and what time zone?
Sure. So you can go to our Twitter at the Rogue Bunnies is our Twitter, and we start at 5:00 Pacific Standard Time, and it goes for an hour. We do an hour, and we will be doing a bunch of giveaways in that room as well. So tune in for that, and more chances to win prizes and raffle tickets to get into this. I want to say a raffle ticket to get into a raffle to get an invite to the party.
All right. Well, I'll be sure to jump in and listen to it. I enjoy them. I probably have jumped in and listened to probably at least 7 of them. And I actually jump in under different aliases. So sometimes you may not recognize me. It could be either NFT dog tags or badass crypto dude. So any one of those, you'll see me. But Victoria, I want to thank you so much for coming on. We will have you back. We'll do some follow-ups, and I commend you in what you're doing, what the overall goal is, and the fact that you've been able to rejuvenate the group as a social unit to get their intellectual properties. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Till next time. Thanks, Victoria.
Bye, guys.
All right, that wraps up today's Swarm Unplugged, and I think today was a super show, and we'll see if we can bring this into a podcast on socialbeesradio.io, and thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you on next Wednesday.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Swarm Unplugged podcast. Be sure to hit the follow button and leave us a glowing comment. Gravitate yourself to be on the podcast so you are the next one to introduce themselves to the Bee social community. See you on the next episode.